And feel free as you connect down into the floor to roll out your shoulders, loosen out any tightness, any knots in the back, the shoulders, the neck. Just have a nice little check-in and see how you're feeling. See what's going on. And allow your breath to start to guide you deeper into your body. Feel free to close your eyes or maybe just gaze at the floor. Relax your face as you start to soften the body. Relax the jaw, relax the eyes, and that little space between your eyebrows, soften that out. Allowing that breath to really start to bring you into your center. Allowing it to bring the nervous system into that parasympathetic state of rest and digest. And enjoying this lovely space of peace and calm around you and within you. And as you observe your body, now's a good time to check in and see what it is you may need. What does your body feel like it needs this morning? Is there a particular area that needs a little more attention? Or is it the whole body? Is it some energizing that you'd like, or is it something a bit more gentle and softer? And checking in as well with the mental side of things. What would you like this week to bring or to reveal? What intention would you like to bring into your practice this morning and into your week? How do you see your week happening, and how would you like to feel at the end of this week? And from those thoughts, finding an intention that really feels right. And it could be a word, it could be a phrase, it could be a feeling. Repeating that intention a couple of times, maybe 3 times. 3 is always a good number. Allowing the intention to sink in so that you remember it. You remember it through your practice, and you can embody it through your practice, and you remember it through your week, and you can take it into the week and remind you of your intention. Maybe it's to find more peace, maybe it's to find more activity, maybe it's something completely different. Bringing those hands together in front of your heart space, and feeling that gentle connection between the palms and the fingers, and gently connecting to the chest and the heartbeat. And we'll chant Om together 3 times and allow the sound of Om to resonate through your body, into your cells, creating that beautiful wave of healing and joy and vibrancy through your whole body. Taking a deep breath in. And keeping your eyes closed, rubbing your hands together and either placing your palms across your heart space or over your eyes, gazing into that area that you're holding, breathing that prana through your body and spreading it all over your body. All right, well, let's start in standing. Coming to a good, comfortable position. Inhale, take your hands up. Interlace those fingers, stretch up. Exhale, out to the side. There's my arm turning off the music again. Reach over. And inhale, reach up. And exhale, reach out to the other side. Inhale up. And bring your feet together. My arm keeps tapping my earbuds and turning that music off. Rotate towards the side. If it feels good, look up. Press through your feet. So you ground into the floor and reach up and stretch out. And then back to center, rotate to the other side. Press through your feet. Breathe in, stretch it out. And exhale. Release those arms. Relax your stance, roll out your shoulders. Lovely deep full breaths as you do this as well, so that you feel the breath moving through the neck, across the shoulders, down the back and right into the toes. And roll back the other way. Keep nourishing yourself with that breath. That breath also shifts the prana, the energy through your entire body. And loosen it all up. And inhale, sweep those arms up again. This time, cross your left foot in front of you and then move over towards the right side. Breathe into it. And inhale, raise up and then move over towards the left side. And inhale back to center. Let's cross the right foot in front. Move towards the right, left, any side, we're doing both. Inhale up and go to the other side. And inhale up. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers and let that chest open as you draw your arms back, draw your shoulder blades together and try and keep those shoulders away from the ears. Keep a little comfort in the neck. Lots of strength through the feet, but not locking those knees completely, and keep the belly in. And then exhale, round out. Bring those hands in front, chin towards your chest, and inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. This time, palms together. Inhale, take those arms up and then drop the hands to the spine. Keeping the ribs in, and then place your left hand on the spine and draw the left elbow up to the sky. Breathe into it. And release. Inhale up. Bringing those hands to the back again. Drop your right hand there and draw the right elbow up to the sky. Try to bring the ribs in so that they're not popping out and you're not relying on the lower back to do the work. Use the core. And exhale. Release. Step your feet out nice and wide. Turn the feet out. Bend the knees. This is a little Tai Chi warm up here. So we're going to circle our arms out in front. And then just allow the momentum to carry those arms through. Breathe into it. Breathe deeply. You can sink as deep as you need to or as shallow as you need to. Make sure that your knees aren't moving past your feet, so that the knees are nice and comfortable. Find that balance through the body, tailbone to the ground. Breathe deeply. It's going to warm up the shoulders, loosen up the back, build strength in the legs. Come back the other way. Breathe and really let that energy go. When you go back the other way, sometimes the face does weird things. It's all good. No one can see you. Except for me. No, just kidding. I can actually only see your legs. Breathe. And loosen that up. Shake it all out. And then we're just going to ragdoll slowly down, starting off with the chin towards the chest. Feel that first before you go any further. Start to soften the knees and the hips, and then allow the body to start to curve through the spine. Arms coming down, rounding down all the way, eventually lifting those hips and straightening out your legs. Hang. Just a very loose, gentle hang. If you need to be higher, especially if you have any blood pressure issues, then definitely bring the head above the heart. But if you're happy hanging out, find all of the softness. You can shake out the head, yes and no. You can hold on to the elbows for more weight there, or just let the hands rest wherever they need to. You can also have a little sway, if you like, from side to side, just shifting the weight from one leg to the other. Just do what feels good. Breathe into it. Every breath taking you a little closer to the floor. And maybe deciding to lengthen the legs or keep them bent. Having the feet hip width will probably be the most comfortable, but again, you know your body better than I do, so you can explore having the feet a little wider, a little closer, or together. Breathe into it. You can bend your knees now and just check in, straightening out one leg, bending the other one, really starting to get that stretch right up into the hips, into the glutes. And then drawing up through the belly button, pressing through the feet and starting to ragdoll yourself back up to the top of the mat. Head comes up. Take it slowly. Raise your hands if it feels good. If it's too dizzy for you, just keep them down in front of your heart space. And breathe 3 deep, full breaths here. Finding your Tadasana. Heels into the ground, tail towards the ground, crown to the sky. Finding lots of openness, lots of space. And I'll step to the top of my mat. And inhale, take those hands up, interlace them, reach it up, stretch it out. Exhale, bow towards the ground. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Step back into a downward facing dog and tread and play with your down dog. Really get some lovely movement happening here. Breathe up into your sitting bones.
check in with the rib cage. Do you want to draw it back towards your spine, or is it comfortable reaching it forward and opening up the shoulders? It's all about having a little play, a little exploration. And then we're going to roll up into our mountain cat pose, up to the toes, chin tucks in, back rounds, and drop down to your knees and sink back to your child's pose. Breathe into that, down in child's pose. Plant your fingertips into the ground and lift your hands, your palms off the floor. So it's like you've got these big spider hands or cupcake fingers. So there's like a cupcake underneath your hands and you don't want to smush it. And then release the arms, draw the belly button back towards the spine, start to roll up to your Vajrasana Thunderbolt pose. Hands rising up, let's bring them towards the spine again, lifting those elbows, and exhale, release those arms, inhale them out to the sides, and exhale, hands in front of your heart space. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, take a twist to the side, any side. Inhale, lift and lengthen. You can leverage deeper into your twist across the leg and reaching behind you, or you can even tuck your back hand behind and maybe even grab hold of your opposite arm. It depends on how open the shoulders are. Breathe into it. And release, inhale, come up. And exhale to the other side, twist, lift and lengthen on the breath in and twist a little deeper on the out breath. Again, you can tuck your backhand behind you. You can grab hold of your opposite arm, have it beside you, or trying to reach across the body. Release, inhaling up. Exhale, hands down into prayer. Inhale, fingers to the ground. Exhale, lion's breath. Stick your tongue out, make a noise. Inhale, down. Fingers to the sky as you exhale. Inhaling. Let it out. In. Last one. Interlace those fingers, breathe in. Take it up. And exhale, release, come on down. Roll through your child's pose up to your modified plank. Let's hold modified plank. If you're feeling stronger this morning, pull up into a full plank. And hold for 5, 4, 3. Try not to collapse through the shoulders, either plank. Just make sure you're strong through the arms. Draw the belly in. 2, 1. Knees, chest and chin to the ground. And release down completely. Rub those hips out a little for comfort. Take the hands off the ground. Tops of the feet are into the floor. Breathe in. Cobra. No hands. You find your true cobra. Breathe into it, find length through the spine, try not to lift the head up, but find that length through the back of the neck. Exhale, release. Inhale, open, and exhale, release. Bring the hands to the back of the head, it's a little harder here. Inhale, lift into that little cobra, and exhale down. And again, inhale, lift. You need a lot of back strength here. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down, hands down by your side. Roll the shoulders back, breathe in and find a cobra that feels good for you. Make sure the elbows stay bent, the pelvis stays on the ground, and the elbows are hugged into the body. Again, length through the spine, tops of the feet into the floor. And on your next exhale, come down. Shrug the shoulders back, breathe in. Find the cobra that feels good. Tug up from there. Drawing the belly button up, tucking the pelvis, and lift into your plank. And then lift into the down dog and loosen up the body. Stretch it out. Lovely. little walk of this jog to find lots of looseness. And as you walk it, let your hips really tip from side to side, bending the knee a whole lot. Feel the looseness through the ankles, through the knees, through the hips. Make sure the head is comfortable. Breathe. We're going to step our feet together. Come up to the balls of the feet, swivel the feet towards the left and drop your hips towards the right. Breathe into that. Feel that stretch in that right arm and also the left arm as you reach that left hand to the floor. Inhale, come back up to center. Swivel over to the other side. Toes towards the right, hips down to the left. Feel the little spine go brrrp. Maybe that was just me. Inhale, come back up to center and downward facing dog with feet to the edges of the mat. Breathe the hips to the sky, either drawing your ribs towards your spine, relaxing the head, or allowing the heart and the ribs to move towards the center of the legs. Feet can be slightly more pigeon-toed in here. Breathe and hold 5. Relax the head 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften the body and bring the feet in and make your way up to the top of your mat and hang. And very slowly ragdoll up. Ragdoll by pressing through the feet, drawing the energy up through the arches, up into the belly button, and the spine will just unwind. Hands overhead if that feels good as you rise up. Otherwise, just find your balance, find your center, let your heart rate and your blood pressure settle, and breathe. Feel into it. Actually, let's take our hands by our side here and feel the strength. And we'll have another little burst of activity. Just settle, soft knees, energy up through the crown. Fingers into the floor. Follow and trace the line of the spine from the very, very base, the little coccyx where it tucks under, and it curves out, curves in, curves out, curves back in, and then follow the energy right up from the end of that to the crown. Opening your eyes, inhale, take those hands up. Exhale, fold, soften your knees for comfort there. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Let's step our right foot back, but we're not going to step massively back, so we're going to come into a nice pyramid pose. So your heel to the ground. It's kind of like a warrior one stance of that back foot. Heel to the ground, kind of in line with your front heel, but for balance you can take it off to the side a bit. Big toe of that back foot pointing up to the top corner of your mat. If you find it hard to reach the ground here, just soften the front knee, or if you have a block or a lunch box or something, you can have that to lift you off the ground a little more. Breathe length into your body. And then exhale, maybe explore coming down a little more. Or maybe not, it depends. Hold. Draw up through this front leg, this left leg, drawing the energy up right into the hip crease, drawing that hip back as much as you can, finding length into your spine and reaching into that back heel. Soften the body and step that front foot up. Left foot steps back now into your pyramid pose. And just adjust your feet. You're in the right position to look at the feet and have them adjusted perfectly. Lengthen out your spine, draw back through your right hip crease. Breathe into it. If you are more flexible, you can always come down, lining up your breastbone with your inner thigh. If it's too much, because we've only really just started stretching out those legs, stay a little higher, put a little bend in the knee. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Feet together. Bend the knees, slide the hips back, press into the heels. Rise up into a chair pose. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart space. Separate your feet. Interlace the fingers, take those arms up, rise up to your toe balance, finding your focal point in front of you, your drishti, little spot to gaze at to give you lots of stability in the mind, which will bring stability into the body. Exhale, release the heels and fold to the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bow. Right foot steps back further this time. Find that lovely lunge. Rock out those ankles, loosening them up. Drop the back knee. Breathe in. Low lunge. Front knee over the ankle or even slightly behind. Exhale, round those arms forward. Inhale them up. Exhale, forward. Inhale up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Open the arms to the side, palms facing forward, draw the elbows down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And exhale, release. Step back into a down dog or a plank, whichever feels good for your body this morning. And then make your way down to the ground, knees, chest, chin, or whichever way works. Release down. Shrug the shoulders back. Breathe in, cobra. Exhale, come down. Shift your hands out to the side like big old spider fingers. We're going to do a little dancing cobra as we wriggle and wiggle our spine from side to side and rise up using those hands as strength and support. And exhale, down. Inhale up. And exhale. Down. One more time. Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. Dance that cobra. And down. Hands to your low ribs, toes tucked, shrug the shoulders back. Modified plank all the way back into a child's pose to let the back round out. And bring your arms down by your side if that's comfortable. Breathe 3 deep breaths. And if you can, clasp your hands behind you. Draw those arms back. You can use a strap instead if grabbing the hands is not possible, or you can even just hook your thumbs. Draw the arms back, maybe lift them a little. They don't have to go super high. We're drawing the shoulders away from the ears here. Breathe into it. 5, 4, try and keep some relaxation through the neck. 3, 2, 1, release the arms. Feel that warmth in the back now. Round the body, draw the belly in, very slowly roll up to your Vajrasana. Lots of strength through the core to do that. Inhale, hands up, and exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, twist. Breathe in for length and twist a little deeper. On your next inhale, come to center. And exhale, twist to the other side. Again, breathe in for length. And as you exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. If you were cold earlier, hopefully you're not cold anymore. Roll up through the spine, tuck the toes into a modified version of an up dog. So toes are tucked, you're lifted off the ground. Draw the heart through, shoulders back. If you need to take the knees down, that's all good too. Keep the belly lifted. Now lift the belly even more and lift up into your downward facing dog. Breathe the hips to the sky. Really reach into your down dog now, reaching your heels towards the ground, your inner thighs spiraling to the back wall, your armpits rolling in towards your ears, and your thumbs and index fingers reaching into the floor. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax the head and neck. 1, soften the body. Look to the hands, bend the knees, step walk, or you can lightly float up to the top there. Hang. Run the hands up your shins, half lift. And exhale, bow. Left foot steps back, rock it out. Making your way into a nice low lunge, dropping your back knee either to a blanket or a cushion or straight to your mat. Draw back through your right hip crease, draw your belly in, breathe those arms up. Exhale, circle them down in front, inhale, feel the shoulder blades circle around. Exhale, down, inhale up. Exhale, down, inhale up. Exhale, down, inhale up. Last one, down, take it up, turn your palms forward and exhale, elbows to the ground. Inhale up, exhale, elbows down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more, inhale up and exhale, release. Step to the top of your mat. Hang. Hang out nice and loose. If you prefer to have the knees really bent so you can rest your body on your thighs, that is all good too. And then run your hands up your shins, lifting halfway. Draw the rib cage up here and press through the feet, rise up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart space. Step out to the side or just step wide back into our lovely goddess pose. Knees nice and wide. And we're going to bring the hands to the inside of the thighs so that you're a little bit more leaned forward so that you can open up those inner thighs. And then we're going to open out the right side and dip the left side down, gazing towards the right, pressing that left inner thigh open. Inhale, come up, and then open out the left side, dip the right side down, pressing that right inner thigh open. Such a beautiful stretch on the side of the body, and also that inner thigh. Inhale up, and again exhale. Breathe into it. Find what feels good, don't go deeper if it's too intense. Inhale up, you don't want a groin strain, you just want a nice stretch. Exhale, down. Inhale, come back up. And then release. Turning the feet in, toes in, sorry, heels out. Interlace the fingers behind you. And then exhale, come forward. Come forward and continue to go further down. Let your arms come over with you. Breathe into it. Lifting through those hips. And this is where I find that I tend to favor my right side, so I have to be mindful to shift my weight so it is even through both feet and I can feel both my sitting bones, hopefully creating the same lift rather than one, whoops, earbud fell out, rather than one, okay, lifting higher. Reach those hands up. Let them go further, or you can just have the hands on the lower back. That stretch should be increasing now through the inner thighs. You can widen out your legs as much as you like. They can be way, way wider than the mat. And the wider they go, the more you want to pigeon toe those feet in. Release the arms down to the ground. The back probably feeling much nicer, but the legs probably really feeling that stretch now. Inhale, half lift. And we're going to extend the left arm out in front of us, but reach our right hand to the outside of the left leg. Anywhere along the outside, or maybe all the way down to the heel. And the more you reach towards your left leg with your right hand, the more you can creep out that left arm and draw yourself between the window of your arms. Breathe into it, relax your head and neck here. Feel the stretch in the shoulders. Feel the stretch especially in that left leg, the hamstring. Breathe into it, keep the head relaxed and really soften. Ooh. Extend your left arm out, right arm, sorry, and reach your left arm over towards your left leg, your left heel, your left calf muscle, your left knee, whichever part you can reach. And draw yourself through that window, finding comfort in the neck. 5, 4, keep reaching up through the sitting bones, bending your knees if you need to. 3, 2, 1, release. Hang out, hang out, hang out. Inhale, half lift. And then draw the belly in and walk those feet in as well. We're going to come down into a little toddler squat. So your feet can be hip width apart here as you start to soften your hips down into your toddler squat. Breathe into it. If squatting's super hard, you can always lean forward on it. And if it's okay, let the hips drop down to the ground and then round the back. And then extend out your legs and inhale, lengthen. Alright, so now we're on the floor. Walk your sitting bones back or place a support under it. You could roll your mat up to lift the hips a bit more or put a blanket or a cushion there. Inhale, take the hands up. Breathe into it. Exhale, reach yourself towards the legs, and if you need a strap or a towel or a scarf or something, grab that. Draw your hips back as you draw your heart towards your toes. Breathe deeply and let's release the back. Let's release the legs as we really reach ourselves into this pose. Try not to overround the back here. Take some deep, full breaths. Inhale, release, shake it out, roll out the shoulders. Awesome. Let's bring ourselves into a butterfly pose, soles of the feet together. And again, you can walk the flesh back out of your way. Breathe in, find length, and exhale, come forward. Ooh, clickety clack. Breathe. Make sure it's all comfortable. Always looking for that Stiram Sukham Asanam, stable, comfortable seat or pose. Inhale, peel the body up, extend your legs out in front of you. Give it a little shake. We're going to take our right leg over the top of the left. The foot, top of the foot drops to the ground rather than the sole of the foot, so that the knees are stacked. Raise your hips if you need to. If you find that the leg is rising up and you're curled back, pop the hips on top of a cushion or something like that. Sitting up nice and tall. And again, you can use a strap if you need it. And with this right leg over the top, we're going to reach towards our left leg. If it's too intense in the knee, grab hold of the back of that left knee. Or you can reach for your ankle or your foot as you come forward. Feel that lovely stretch coming right through that left leg, right up into the hip, maybe into the lower back area. Ease off if it's too intense. Breathe in it, breathe in it, breathe into it if it's feeling pretty good. Inhale, release. Now we're going to curl the left leg under as well. If this doesn't work for you, just come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Otherwise, we're coming into our cow face pose. So the knees are stacked. If your knees are all up in your face, then cross-legged is better. And also, either of those options, you can still have the hips raised up. You might feel a lot of this coming across the buttocks, the glutes, And with the right leg over the top, today we're going to take our right arm over the top of the left arm, coming into our lovely eagle arms. So backs of the hands to touch, or palms, or you can drop your hands to your shoulders. And then draw your elbows out in front of you and lift. Breathe into it. Exhale, release. This time taking the right arm up behind you and either clasping your hands or holding onto your shirt behind. If that's no good, then just hold onto the elbow and take the elbow up. Otherwise, turn around. It's hard to do. You can grab the hand or you can grab your top. And lifting the elbow to the sky and rolling your tricep in towards your face. And then exhale, release. Keep the legs where they are, I'll just turn back around. This time, taking that deep breath in and coming forward. Over your knee. If you're actually already feeling challenged, either in cow face or cross-legged position, just sit. If you're already feeling that stretch, just sit. Let the body do its thing. But if it's comfortable for you, come down. And if it's super comfortable for you, then maybe challenge yourself a little by walking over towards the front foot to increase the stretch there through the right hip. Breathe deeply, sending the breath into the areas that are feeling challenged. And if you are sitting upright and that's challenging enough, you can entertain yourself by placing your fingers between your toes and opening up the feet. It's quite lovely. Even if you're down, you can do that. I really enjoyed doing this. I didn't used to like anything between my toes. It used to creep me out, but now this really feels good, and you can give your foot a nice little massage while you're at it as well. One more deep breath wherever you are. And release. Now you can do the fancy swap, which is my right leg's over the top, so I'm going to shift my weight over onto the right foot by shifting over to the left side. I'm just going to lift, twist right around to the back, continue to twist around to the front, and I'll come back down on the other side. But we're actually going to extend our right leg out in front of us to come back to that half cow face. Raise your hips if you need to. I promise you it'll be far more comfortable if you are finding this a challenging pose. Breathe in, sit up, and then exhale, reach for that foot, or the knee, or the ankle. Breathe into it, feeling the stretch increase or decrease. Inhale, release, and you can tuck that leg underneath you or beside you, because both your sitting bones should be on the ground or on support, or just come to a comfortable cross-legged position. There is nothing wrong with that. If you feel a stretch, then you're in the right place. Left arm comes over the top and either to the shoulders or back to the hands, or cross them right up into your eagle arms. Draw your elbows forward
Keep your body in line with the floor so the spine goes right up to the crown rather than tilting anywhere. And draw those elbows forward and slightly upwards. Breathe. Make sure the neck is comfortable all the way through. Try not to lean forward as you bring your elbows forward with you. And release. Extend those arms out. And we're going to bring the left arm over the top now. Reaching. I can't reach my fingers on this side. Today it's not happening, so I'm just going to draw my elbow up and breathe into it. And you can also use a strap to make it easier, or a scarf, or a towel, or a blanket, or your own top. Release that out, release, loosen up the shoulders, and breathe in, find length. Change your leg position if you need to. Come forward. Just finding the position that works for you. Come forward or stay seated. Move over to the front foot or not. Just exploring where you get the best sensation for your body. Reminding yourself of your intention. Did you follow it? Did it serve you in your practice today? Inhale back to center. And release those legs. Release them out. Give them a good little walk out. That just helps get the synovial fluid back in. And then we're going to have the legs wide and drop over into one little windmill twist on this side. And then start to lift the left hip, or the hip that is the one that's highest to you. And you can sit into it and take a bit more of a twist here if you want, if that feels good for your body. And soften up, bring the knees back up, drop them to the other side. You can lift into the hip, or you can lift the body a little more and twist. And release. Rock them out. Window wipers. Shake them out. Cross your legs comfortably, sitting up. Drop the chin down towards the chest. Interlace your fingers. Rest your hands on the back of the head. Try not to pull, just allow gravity to do the work. Look for length through your spine. Allow the shoulders to drop towards the ground, the elbows, to drop towards the ground. Breathe into it. Feel the stretch down the back of the neck, across the shoulders, down the spine. Make sure it's comfortable. Ease up if it's too intense. Breathe deeply into the back. And then release that out. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Bring the hands to one side. Squeeze the elbows together. Drop your ear down to the same side as your hands and draw your shoulders, both of them, away from your ears. And release. Bringing the hands over to the other side. Squeezing the elbows together. Drop your ear down towards those fists. Draw both shoulders away. Keep the ribs into the body. Release. Release out the shoulders. Shake it out. We're almost at Shavasana, but we're just going to do one last power up. So stand up. Shake it out. And then nice little dynamic spinal twist. Feet hip width or shoulder width or a little wider. Soft knees, soft hips. Let the shoulders really be free. Gaze behind you, maybe 180 degrees on that twist if it feels comfortable. Don't let your head drop. Breathe deeply. Make sure that you've got lovely length through your spine. And really go for it. And then loosen that up. Come to the top of your mat. Hands in front of your heart space. Deep breath in. Tailbone to the ground, crown to the sky. Inhale, sweep it up. Reach it up and back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back. Breathe in. Exhale, release, step back, a downward facing dog. Roll through your down dog, make your way down, knees, chest, chin, release. Shrug the shoulders back, cobra. Tap the body up, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts to the sky. Release, right leg lifts to the sky. Step that right foot forward, low lunge, rise up. Exhale, release, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, come straight back down. Step back, downward facing dog. Roll through your down dog into an upward facing dog. Toes can be tucked or flat. Heart comes through. Drop the knees, draw the belly in. Sink back, child's pose. Roll up through your child's pose. Vajrasana. Hands in front of your heart. And now, you truly deserve your Shavasana, so come onto your backs. Before we go into Shavasana, a quick twist. Right knee in, squeeze it into your body, left leg down. You can always stack your knees if you want. Take that right knee across the body, universal spinal twist. Extend out through the right arm, gaze over at that right side. Breathe deeply, just a couple of deep breaths here. Release back to center. Left leg in, right leg down to the ground. Squeeze that left leg in and then take it across the body. Readjust the shoulders if you need to. Extend out through the the left arm. Gaze over in that direction or straight up or even in the opposite direction. And release back to center. Bring the knees in, come to a little happy baby. You can hold your knees or you can hold your feet. And then release, give the legs a little kick out. Extend down to the ground, interlace the fingers. Stretch your whole body, stretch, 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 stretch. And then one last thing, tantrum. Soles of the feet to the ground, hands to the ground. Go for it. And when you're done, you can wriggle yourself down into your Shavasana. Arms out to the side, feet just flopping over to the edges of your mat. Flatten out your back, lengthen out that spine. Tuck the chin slightly. And take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. You can do a few more of those if that feels good. And surrender deeply to your body, to your breath, to the mat. And surrender into your Shavasana, corpse pose. Allowing the body to give everything up into this deep, full rest. Relax your face, your jaw, your eyes, that space between your eyebrows, your cheeks, your neck, your shoulders,
Your arms, your fingers, your palms, feel the energy spiraling in your palms as you hold that prana in your hands. Allow the back and the chest to soften. The breath gently rising and falling in the belly. The hips and the buttocks soft. Relax the thighs and the knees, the calf muscles, the ankles, the feet and the toes. Your whole body. The whole of the right arm, the whole of the left arm. The whole of the right leg, the whole of the left leg. The whole left side of the body, the whole right side of the body. The upper body, the lower body, the whole body. Your whole body. Your whole body. Allow your whole body to soften and relax. Whoops. Taking a lovely deep breath in and drawing that awareness into every part of your body again. Filling up your entire being right down to the toes. Feel free to wriggle and stretch or just curl up and rest on your side for a few more breaths. Slowly making your way to a comfortable seat. When you're ready, feel free to keep your eyes closed and bringing your hands together in front of your heart space. Feeling that lovely, calm energy circulating through your body, that lovely deep connection now between the palms and the fingers, your chest and your heartbeat. Reconnecting with that intention from the beginning of your practice. And taking another few moments to think about all of the things that bring you joy, all of the things you're grateful for, your challenges and your triumphs. All of the things that have made you uniquely you.
all of the people, the adventures, the places. Just really go on that rampage of appreciation through your life. And allowing that sense of gratitude and appreciation to fill you up, to infuse every cell in your body, every atom, with the power of gratitude. And we will close with the Shanti Mantra, taking a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bowing your head slightly, sending thoughts of love and gratitude to your body, to your mind, to your spirit, and sending those thoughts out to the rest of the world as well. Keeping your eyes closed and rubbing your hands together. Gently palming your eyes, gazing into that dark space. Or you can place your hands over your heart, of course. You always have plenty of choices. Spreading that energy all over your body. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Namaste.